So if we can perform matrix operations or operations on matrices using addition, subtraction, and scalar multiplication, then we should be able to solve an equation algebraically for a particular matrix. So this says that if I have matrix A and matrix B given to you right here, I want to solve the equation 3x plus A equals B for matrix X. And I know I'm solving for a matrix because these are all capital letters in what I'm looking at. So how do we get X, the variable X, all by itself? Well, remember that we would take 3A, not 3A, 3x plus A equals B. So I'm going to subtract A to the right-hand side. I get 3x is equal to B minus A. And remember, order matters when we're talking about subtraction. Now, in order to get x by itself, I would normally divide both sides by 3. But because division was not really one of the operations we've talked about, we want to put this in terms of multiplication. If instead I multiply by the reciprocal of 3, which would be 1/3, notice that that cancels those 3's out, leaving a 1 for a coefficient on the right-hand side. And I would also have to multiply the left-hand side by 1/3. So let me rewrite this. Matrix X now looks like 1/3 times B minus A. B minus A is an operation that we can perform, and then we're going to multiply that subtraction matrix, or the result of that, by 1/3. So let me show you how to now do these operations on our calculator. So I want you to make sure that you have your graphing calculator out, and I'm going to pull mine up also. Okay, so I have my calculator pulled up here for you, and I want to enter matrix A and matrix B into my calculator. To do that, you click on second X inverse, or second, and it brings up matrices. Now, I happen to have some matrices already entered in here, but that's okay because we're just going to type over them. So I'm going to go edit, so I need to arrow over to edit, and I'm going to leave these the names the same. So I'm going to edit matrix A so that it looks like what's on our problems here. So I click enter. Now remember that matrix A in our problem is a 3-row, 2-column matrix. So I'm going to change this to 3 by 2. And notice that it changed the size here. If you get it wrong, it's not a big deal. Just arrow back and change the size. Now the first element should be -3. You hit enter. Oops, sorry. I had the wrong value when I used my keypad. So let me go back to it. Second matrix. I'm going to edit A. It's a 3 by 2, so I hit -3. I'll get it just a second. There we go. -3, -7, 2, -9, 5, and 0. Okay, so just double checking, -3, -7, 2, -9, 5, 0. Okay, from this screen, I actually have to go home. So I hit second mode. Brings me to the home screen, then I start the whole process over again. Second matrix, I want to edit. This time I'm going to edit matrix B, so I click arrow down and click enter. Again, matrix B is 3 rows by 2 columns, and I can start by entering my elements. -5, -1, 0, 0, not negative, sorry, 3, and -4. Once I hit enter to get out of that cell, I'm double checking that all my numbers got entered in there right, and I'm going to quit and go home. So what do I want to do? Well, remember that I had wanted to take matrix B, subtract matrix A, and then multiply the whole thing by 1/3. So in my calculator, I would type 1/3, and I had to surround it by parentheses, otherwise the calculator doesn't really know what to do. I'm going to multiply 1/3 times matrix B. So I go second matrix. Now this is where I can call up the names. So remember that order mattered in subtraction. So I'm going to subtract B. So I arrow down to enter B. And I'm going to subtract, hit the subtraction sign, and go back through the whole process and choose A. Okay, so I have now 1/3 times matrix B minus matrix A. When I hit enter, I get decimal values, and I can just go math, frac, enter, enter, and it turns that matrix into a 2x3 matrix with fractional values as opposed to decimal values. So this would be the answer to, there it is, that is matrix X for solving this equation.